I've been getting absolutely bombarded with this question lately. Should I drop cash on the DJI Goggles 3 or should I just save myself some money and grab the DJI Goggles N3? And I get why people are confused, because if you just look at the specs, they seem pretty close, right? But here's the thing, once you fly, and I mean actually fly with the pair of them, it's a completely different story. So today I'm going to walk you through everything from the display, the latency, the comfort features, and actually what matters when you're flying them. And most importantly, I'm going to tell you exactly which one of these are for which kind of pilot. So by the end of this, you're going to know which one's right for you without any guessing. So let's just jump right into it. But quickly, I just want to let you guys know about a free to enter competition where you can win a brand new set of Goggles N3 and a brand new set of Goggles 3. And I'll explain all the details how you can enter later on in the video. So let's get right back into it. Okay, so right off the bat, the Goggles 3 do just feel premium. They're compact, they're super sleek, and honestly, they look something more like out of a sci-fi film rather than box goggles. Now, one thing that DJI nailed here is the weight distribution. The battery sits right at the back of the head strap, so instead of everything pulling forward on your face, the weight is balanced across your entire head. They've also got a built-in diopter adjustment, which basically means if you wear glasses, you won't have to while you're wearing these. Everything's totally adjustable per eye. If you're somebody who flies for long sessions, like you're out there for an hour filming, or you're just cruising around wasting batteries, the weight balance and eye comfort, it's an absolute game changer. Your face doesn't get fatigued nearly as fast. Now, the Goggles N3, these are more like DJI's entry-level option. They're designed to be friendlier on your wallet and easier to get into if you're just starting out FPV. They're a little chunkier, I'm not gonna lie, they're a lot chunkier, but they're still totally comfortable to wear. And here's a feature that I think is super underrated. Just like the Goggles 3, they have a built-in anti-fog fan. So if you live somewhere humid or you fly out in the cold and fogging can literally ruin your entire flight, having this fan is one of those small things that makes a huge difference when you actually need it. I mean, mine is never off. And these are actually designed to work nicely with a pair of glasses. So if you need corrective lenses, you're actually covered because you can actually wear these over your glasses. Okay, let's talk about the display and image quality, because this is where things start separating really fast. The Goggles 3 uses dual Micro-OLED displays. That means you're getting 1080p resolution per eye and up to 100 Hz refresh rate. Those Micro-OLEDs are the same that you'll find in them high-end VR headsets. So it gives you way better contrast. You get deeper blacks, like actual black, not washed out grey. We get sharper detail across the whole image. The motion seems a lot smoother when you're moving fast. Basically, it just feels more real and more immersive at the time. Everything just looks a lot crispier, more detailed and more responsive, way more. The N3 uses a single ultra-wide LCD screen with about 54 degrees field of view. And look, it still looks good. I mean, I don't want to trash it because for most casual flyers, this is totally fine. But what it means is the LCD screens generally have a little less contrast, so blacks look more greyish. There's slightly slower refresh rates, so motion isn't quite as buttery. Also, you get less depth perception. It's pretty hard to say. Less depth perception because it's a single screen. It's not a dual displays. So if you're just cruising around with your Neo or your Avata on weekends, you're not really going to care because this is still great. But if you're doing precision flying, you're threading gaps or you're flying close to objects, filming professional content, well then, yeah, you'll feel the difference. Okay, let's talk latency, and real quick, if you don't know what latency actually is, here's the simplest way to think about it. It's the delay between what's happening with your drone right at that instant and what you're seeing through the goggles. So when you're flying, here's what actually goes on. Your drone captures the video. The video was processed and then sent wirelessly to your goggles. Your goggles then process it through the display, and then your brain processes it through the image. And then that reacts. That sends a message down to your thumbs and then the drone responds. Now that whole chain, it takes time. Even though it feels instant, it's actually not. We're talking 30 to 50 milliseconds on most digital FPV systems, which sounds crazy fast, and it is, but when you're flying, you can absolutely feel the difference between 30 milliseconds and 50. Think of it like this. Imagine you're driving a car, but the steering wheel doesn't react until half a second after you turn it. So you'd be correcting constantly, right? You'd be swerving all over the place. And that's exactly how higher latency feels like in FPV. Now, the Goggles 3 supports higher refresh rates and newer transmission optimizations. And in real flying, it feels just that little bit more snappier. It's a lot more locked in. So lower latency gives you better control. The drone feels like it's glued to your actual movements in that instant. You're getting safer flying, especially around obstacles, because you're reacting closer to real time. And in turn, you feel more confident when you're threading gaps or you're doing close proximity shots. You're better for FPV racing or more aggressive cinematic flying. When latency is low, you generally feel like you are the drone. This is the whole point to FPV. The N3 still performs well, don't get me wrong, but it feels more relaxed, a little less reactive. There's just that tiny bit more delay. It's still totally flyable, you're not going to crash because of it, but you're naturally going to fly a bit slower, just a little safer. You'll make more corrections, and honestly, for beginners, that's actually not a bad thing. It's a lot less twitchy, easier to control, and gives you a bit more time to think. Let's talk features and smart functions. Now, this is where the Goggles 3 really start to flex. We get features like real world picture-in-picture. We get head tracking. We've got AR style navigation overlays. We've got a way more advanced UI experience overall. Now, picture-in-picture lets you check your surroundings without taking your goggles off, thanks to these two little cameras up front. So you can see if somebody's walking into your shot, or if there's a car coming, or whatever, all while staying locked in to your drone still in the sky. See, now that's both safer and faster. You're not constantly stopping to pull the goggles up and look around at the scene. But the N3 keeps things way simpler. You still get head tracking compatibility and full 04 transmission support, but you're missing a lot of those premium workflow tools. And honestly, that simplicity might actually be better for new pilots. So you can just put them on and fly. Let's talk comfort and long flights. So I've worn both of these for full flight sessions, and here's my honest take. The Goggles 3 do feel a lot lighter on your face. Now, it's not just because of that rear battery, it's also because of this front head strap here. This actually sits on your forehead, so the goggles aren't sitting on your face. They're actually balancing right in front of your eyes, right off this adjustable forehead strap. Plus, the optics also reduce eye fatigue. So for me personally, I can wear these for way longer without my eyes feeling a little bit tired or irritation. The N3 is still comfortable, but you do notice that forward weight, especially during longer sessions. Now, I know a few viewers out there, they'll be like, no, it's not. Well, put the Goggles 3 on for a full session and then go back to them, and you tell me the difference. What this actually means is, if you're filming professionally, or you're just out there doing long hour cinematic flights, or you're just burning through batteries, comfort isn't just nice to have, it actually affects your performance. When your face hurts or your eyes are strained, you're really not flying as well as you could be, period. So you should get the Goggles 3 if you want the best image quality, if you fly FPV aggressively and you do a lot of tricks, if you shoot cinematic drone content and you want all of the premium features and workflow tools. Also, if you fly regularly or you're flying professionally, get the Goggles 3. But get the Goggles N3 if you're brand new to FPV and you're just really wanting to get started. You mainly fly the Neo or the Avata 2 casually or just like around weekends. If you want a more affordable entry point into the ecosystem of DJI FPV zones, and if you value simplicity and you don't need all the bells and whistles, well then the N3 are perfect for you. And speaking of which goggles you should get, here's how you can enter our free goggles giveaway competition. Firstly, you want to like and subscribe to the channel. Secondly, you want to hit that hype button. That's that little button when you swipe the comments to the left. And thirdly, drop a comment and let us know which are your favourite features, whether it be on the Goggles 3 or the Goggles N3. The 2 winners will be announced and goods shipped out on April the 25th. Good luck, and let's get right back into it. So, are the Goggles 3 actually better? Yes, objectively it's a more advanced headset. But here's the thing, the N3 is not bad, and it's not even close to being bad. It's actually a really solid gateway into FPV flying. It does what it needs to do, and it does it well. It just depends how deep you're wanting to go into the hobby. So if you're serious about it, or if you know you're gonna be flying a lot, well then the Goggles 3 is worth it. But if you're still figuring things out, the N3 is a smart choice. Alright, now I'm curious. Drop a comment and tell me which goggles you would choose and why. And if this video helped you figure any of that out, do me a favour and hit that like button, smash subscribe, hype the video, do whatever it takes to get this out there to a lot more drone pilots. I'm Adam from Drone & Lens. You guys have been absolutely awesome, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching my video. And if you feel like you got any type of value whatsoever, can you please hit that like button, hype the video and smash subscribe, as it really helps my channel grow. I'm Adam from Drone & Lens. You guys have been colourful, and I hope to see you all in the next video.